Hey, welcome back to the Airstream. Got a quick project for you today. It's going to give you a lot more space. Something that we found by accident, I guess you could say. Let me show you. You may remember back a few videos ago, we put a new gas shock in this little cabinet here above the refrigerator. But what happened was, from just putting so much stuff in here, we pushed the back right off. Yeah, this back was just stapled on. You can see the little staples. Yeah, they didn't hold very much. But what happened was we discovered a lot more space back here. Now, one of our concerns was, well, is this ventilating the refrigerator at all? Well, if you look back there, you can see the refrigerator is pretty tight against the back wall. There is some space here for it to ventilate. I am going to leave some space in the back for it to ventilate as well. And I may even put some holes in the board I'm going to use here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some supports for this side and for this side. And we got a PVC board we're going to use to make a new shelf in here. It's a lot thinner. It's white. And I think it's going to work. So let's get on it. All right, so we're going to use some plywood here for our supports. And our first cut is going to be at 3 inches. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, I'm actually in the master bedroom at the house. It's the one room we haven't really worked on yet. So I can make dust in here. And we're going to set this saw to 3 inches. And we're going to cut off this edge. We need 2 pieces, 3 inches by 15 inches. This is like 34 inches. So watch your ears. Okay, so our side supports are going to be 15 inches. So we have this set up here on the saw. We're going to cut 2 of these at 15. All right, that's 2 at 15. Now the next one we're going to cut, this is going to be a support that's going to go across the back. Okay, and we're going to notch that in. So this one needs to be just shy of 25. Okay, so like I was saying, use your imagination here. These are going to be the 2 side supports. We'll screw these into the side. This is going to go back here. And we're going to dado this in so that this locks in the back. So when our PVC board lays on top of this, this is going to be the support in the back. The current shelf will be the support in the front. So now we need to lay out this, and we're just going to use our saw to make some dados. And we're going to want them to be 3/4 of an inch long, deep, so we're going to just adjust our blade so that it is right at that 3/4. Okay, so I've marked out, we're going to go from here to there. So we're going to just use our guide. We'll bring this in. That's where our first one will be. So then we can just bring these through straight like that. case you're thinking that I should probably invest in a dado blade, I do have one. The amount of time it would have taken me to set it up, I would have already done. So, let's see if I made this a little tight. They are a little tight, and that's what we're looking for. So this is going to be, these will be, of course, on the edge, like that. And our PVC board is going to lay right on top of all this. So let's go ahead and cut our PVC board. Okay, this is our PVC board. You can see it's not too bad. It's a little flimsy. So our dimensions are going to be 25 by 23 and a half. Now this is 24 inches wide. So we're going to get our 25 this way. So we'll just go ahead and mark this 25. And then this way, we're going to go 23 and a half. Okay, so that will be our starting point. And again, we will set up our saw here at 25. We got this handy little thing to flip down. So we're going to make our first cut this way. Now our next one is going to be at 23 and a half. So we'll just go ahead and move this into 23 and a half. And we're going to double check if that's what we got written here. It's 23 and a half all the way out. This is our 25-inch side, which is going to be our width. And it's going to be 23-inch deep. So, at 25, that is 12 and a half to our center. And then we're going to have a little notch that is going to be an inch and 2 1/4 wide. So we'll go 1 1/8 and 2 1/4. And then it's going to be 1.5 inches deep. Now this is the notch for our latch. 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll square this up. Okay, so that's going to be our notch. Now we have 2 other notches, which are going to be on the sides, and they're going to be about 3/4 of an inch in. So we're going to go back here and mark 7. Now what we're doing is we're giving ourselves a little bit extra room. So when I say 7, I might actually be doing more like 7 1/8, because we're going to have to fit this in. And then we said 3/4. And 3/4. So the main thing here is that we need this line, because this line is going to be our stop line. And this line over here is going to be our stop line. Yeah, you can cut this material with a lot of different things, including a utility knife. But since I have the saw here set up, we're going to go ahead and use the saw because it makes it much nicer job. All right, so we said 3/4 of an inch, right? Let's go ahead and measure this again because this is 25 3/4, so we're actually going to be making our cut at around 24 1/4. Right about there. And we're going to run this into the saw just till we hit that stop line. Okay. Even over here, it's going to be a little more difficult because we're going to actually bring this all the way in to the 3/4 inch mark. Now to check on the other side to see if we came through. Yeah, we're sure the screws are going to be short enough, so no problem. This was probably one of the more difficult things that I've done in a while, just because you can't get in there. Let's do the other side now. Alright, on this side I'm going to do something a little bit different. I put some double-sided tape on here so that I can stick this against there and it's going to hold. See if that helps or not. Okay, let's see if we can stick it on there right where we want it. Looks pretty good. See, this wall moves a little bit too. That's going to help. That's that extra hand that we needed. Now, the double-sided tape wasn't to help support it, but I'm sure it will. But it was really to help us out. Here's our back support. And now we'll just stick our whole new shelf in there and we should be in good shape. Alright, we stick this board in. The good thing about the fact that it's PVC is we can bend it. Because you will have to bend it to get it in here. got it in there. So now I could put a couple of screws in here. I probably will. I'll probably put just a screw or two just right here in the front, and just keep it in one piece. Maybe a screw in the back. But that's about it. And there you go. Nice big shelf now. Alright, so we actually... Alright, so you didn't think I was going to let you leave without seeing how much stuff we could actually put in here. We actually finished this project up a couple of months ago, and we went away. We had a 6-week trip, about almost 6,000 miles we traveled. Everything that was in this cabinet stayed in this cabinet. There was no problems with anything moving around. I was at the Airstream rally in Wyoming. I picked up some heavier latches for this. I haven't put them on yet, so it's still, I believe it's a 5-pound latch. I bought 10-pound latches. So you can see that this thing opens pretty easy, and that's because of the shock that we put on here. But some of the things that we put in here, yeah, we got this is basically our seasoning. So all of our seasonings are in here. The dog medicine is in here, the dog vitamins. This whole big thing full of spices is in there. And let you take a little look. And you can see just how far back this goes and all the stuff that we have in here. Let me show you. Okay, now you can really see some of the stuff we have back here. Goes back pretty deep. You can see the shelf is still intact, nothing's falling apart. Now the amazing thing about this is that this was originally only about 6 inches deep. We can now fit all this stuff in there. So there you have it. Pretty easy project. You gain a lot of room because you're getting it all the way back to the end there. It didn't take long at all. A little longer than the 20 minutes that it took for you to watch this video, but okay. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll go ahead and I'll answer them as best I can. Thanks for watching the video, and until next time, we will see you down the road.